You are listening to Vocabulary Builder from Perfect English with Danny. Learn new words every day. Welcome to a new week of Vocabulary Builder and new 20 words we're going to learn this week. Our words for today are barrage, bigot, designate, and diversity. Now let's start with the first word, barrage. Barrage is spelled B-A-R-R-A-G-E. Barrage. Barrage is a noun and it means a rapid, large-scale outpouring of something. For example, we say the governor faced a barrage of questions about possible budget cuts. And synonyms for barrage are the words bombardment, shelling, volley, or blast. So that was about barrage, our first word for today. How about bigot, the second word? Bigot is spelled B-I-G-O-T, and it is a noun, and that noun talks about an intolerant, prejudiced, or biased person, which is a very negative word to call somebody, but if they deserve it, call them bigots, because that is not supposed to happen. Nobody is supposed to be a bigot. For example, we say when you speak in that narrow-minded way, you sound like a bigot. And a synonym for bigot is the more famous or the more notorious word, racist. So that was about bigot. What about our third word for today? Designate. Designate is spelled D-E-S-I-G-N-A-T-E. Designate. And designate is a verb, and it means to indicate, point out, or to appoint. And it can be an adjective, but pay attention. As an adjective, it is not pronounced designate anymore. Designate is the pronunciation for the verb. As an adjective, it's pronounced designate, not designate. The same spelling, but the pronunciation is a little bit different. Instead of designate as a verb, it becomes designate. And as an adjective, it means selected, but not yet installed. Now, for example, we say, will you please tell me when the coach will designate a team leader? And here, as you can see, we used it as a verb. Will you please tell me when the coach will designate, will point out, will appoint? That's the meaning here. And an example for designate as an adjective, Japan's Prime Minister designate is completing his cabinet today. And here again, we're talking about selected, but not yet installed. So this prime minister is actually selected, but still hasn't started his official duties yet. So he is the designate prime minister. And synonyms for designate as a verb are the words name, signify, denote, nominate, or choose. And now for our final word for today, diversity. And it is spelled D-I-V-E-R-S-I-T-Y. Diversity. Diversity is a noun and it means difference, variety, a condition of having many different types or forms. For example, we say our science teacher has a diversity of interests, including an appreciation of Russian literature. A diversity. This diversity, we're talking about the variety of interests. We're not talking about just one. Diversity, variety. And a synonym for diversity is the word dissimilarity, and antonyms for diversity are the words similarity, sameness, and uniformity. So these were our 4 words for today. We learned about barrage, bigot, designate or designate, and diversity. I hope you liked our 4 words for today. I will meet you again tomorrow with 4 more words from this week's Vocabulary Builder. And don't forget, when we reach the end of the week, we will have learned 20 words and we will have a lot of interesting and interactive activities to learn these words even better and to make them part of our active vocabulary that we can use in our writing and in our conversations. This is your host, Danny, saying thank you very much for listening to another episode from Perfect English with Danny. I'll see you in the next episode.